Excellent. With Entity Framework now installed in our project, we can create a valid Entity Framework model. We have our POCO classes here, and we have our one class that inherits from DB context, and that is going to be our way to access the database. I'm going to take a few minutes now to demonstrate how to make this into a database, because the people at Microsoft realized that once I've built my model, there's no reason for me to go ahead and redo all that work in the database again, which is exactly what I am doing with my Entity Framework to Angular scaffolder. But this does the other way. This takes Entity Framework and scaffolds it into your database. You go to Package Manager, and we need to enable migrations. Okay, it takes a few seconds. And we've now added migrations to our project. You see there's a migrations folder with a configuration class in it. We then add migration, give it a little name, database start, and it created all of the migration code for us. You see, it created a create table for my to-do lists, a create table for my users, and a create table for my to-dos. Okay, it put it in the to-dos, but that'll be all right. Now, we update database. And the migration wizard, now we have one more step to do. We have to deal with these cascading deletes. Because the cascading deletes are set to true in all of these instances automatically, and because I have each object here in my, or each entity in my entity framework is pointing at each other, if I delete one entity, I could end up cascading all the way through and deleting everybody. So what we want to do is now there's one more step we need to do. Entity Framework has a little bit of an issue that our cascading deletes might cascade themselves. So if I deleted a user, it would delete that user's to-do lists, and that would in turn delete the user's to-dos. Now that is kind of what I would like, but Entity Framework thinks that's a little too overambitious. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into the create table and just set one of these to cascade delete false. So I'm going to say that a to-do list will get rid of all of its to-do items, but a user should not be able to be deleted until all of their items have already been deleted. Then we go into Package Manager console again, and we just type update database. And the migration wizard should create all the necessary SQL to create the tables that we need for our entity framework on the fly. You see, that's the kind of functionality we need. Once we built our model, the computer should just figure out how to build the right database tables, how to build the right controllers, how to build the right views, get it all set up, and then we can get in there and actually put in the functionality we want. And that's what we're going to do with the Angular scaffolder. So let's build our solution and make sure everything runs properly. Build. Okay, one is up to date. The next step is to start using our wonderful Angular scaffolders. I'm going to close everything down, close all the documents so we have a clean screen. Right-click on Controllers, Add, New Scaffolded Item. Angular from EF Scaffolder. That's the one we want. That's what got added by our Visix package. I choose the model. No. This must not have been built. Models. Oh, you see, I put my class model classes in the class models. No, that's those classes are supposed to be public classes. Okay, sorry for the delay. Let's build and then run our scaffolder again. Uh-oh. Oh, we've got models.models. Models.models. Build. That was because our models were inside a class called models. Okay, now we're good. We'll keep our models file open, but close the configuration. Right-click on Controllers, Add a new scaffolded item, Angular from EF Scaffolder. Now we have our to-dos and our users and everything. We'll start out by scaffolding a user. Then we will scaffold, add new scaffolded item, EF scaffolder, a to-do list, then we will scaffold out new scaffolded item for actual to-do items, the actual to-do. And we're done. We have now scaffolded 3 controllers. To-do API controller. That will give us actual to-dos. The to-do list API controllers, which will let us manage the to-do lists. The user API controller, which will let us manage users. And the only step we have now left to do is we need to build our bundle, right? We have to add our bundle to the bundle config. In bundle config, it gives us all the different bundles that the system is going to make available for us. And so what we need to do is go to the documentation, right? Visual Studio Gallery. We go to our Angular, EF to Angular. Now we've got one line of code here. This line of code, bundles, add we just add it to the bottom. Alright? We could format it to make it look like everything else. Bundles add, we're adding a new bundle called Angular App. And what it's going to do is it's going to include all of the files under the folder called App. Because Angular 1 has an interesting inversion of control system. It has an interesting module system. But that module system doesn't actually load the individual files. You still need them all to be loaded in order. And this will make one big package of all of our Angular files and bring it all into our main page with this bundle. Once we've done that one step, we can run our file, run our project. And there we go. Now, what we need to do is go to /static. That's the name of the index controller that we automatically made. And here, what do we see? When we go to /static, we have your application name. You'll replace that. We've got our list of to-dos. Here's our list of to-dos. Our list of to-do lists, our list of users. So if we add a user, Moshe. Okay, let's add another user, create new. This is all using Angular, right? Bracha. Excellent. And what we see over here is Moshe and Bracha each have 0 to-do items assigned to them and 0 to-do list items assigned to them. So if we go to to-do list, we click on that, we get the list of to-do lists for the user, Moshe. If I create a new list and I say upload this video. Alright, whoops. Video. And choose an owner, I can either choose Moshe or Bracha. This is all being run by Angular. You know what? The binding for this, all of that CRUD code, all that code that you just need to do a basic functionality, all of that's been created for you. You see, including this little drop down over here. So I'm going to make it Moshe, save. Now, Moshe has a to-do list. Oh, whoops, I guess that should be a to-do item, not a to-do list. But that to-do list has 0 details in it. Let's, to-dos. Let's create a new to-do. Edit the video. Right, and that should be also assigned to Moshe. And enrich list and upload to video. It tells you what list it's in. And then find the file. Let's assign that to Bracha and put that in our upload video list. And finally, press the upload button. And we're going to assign that to Moshe and put it in the to-do list. Now, when we look at our to-do lists, we have a to-do list detail of Moshe, upload this video, go to my to-do list. There's one to-do list. It is upload this video. There are 3 items in it. Those 3 items, well, one is edit the video, one is find the file, and one is press the upload button. And each of these are assigned to Moshe, Bracha, and Moshe. If I see what's assigned to Moshe, well, I have 2 items. And how do you see how all of the pieces just all fit together so perfectly? See you later.